He knows a good story when he hears one, and he loves sharing them even more. Calgary Today with Joe McFarland on 770 CHQR.
I also know a good wine, or I'm learning to find a good wine, and that's because Mike Roberts is here from Co-op Wine Spirits Beer Wine Wednesday, brought to you by Co-op Wine Spirits Beer. Come see them in store for more expert advice, or we've got your attention for the next little while. And Mike, you're really excited about this wine, aren't you?
Can you see it on my face?
I saw it in the email because there was about 18 exclamation points on throughout, which is great. If you want to as well, check us out on Facebook Live as well. There's so much to get to today, and I wanted to start off with, there was a moment about 4 minutes into Darcy's newscast when I looked up and I went, where's Dave? Or where's Mike? Sorry, where's Dave? Dave's not here, man. Where's Mike? It never crossed my mind because you guys are so right here all the time.
Yeah.
And it never crossed my mind, what happens if he doesn't show? Like, what happens if traffic's in the way?
I get no wine. Where am I going to get wine from if Mike's not here?
How am I going to get my wine fixed? And how would it sound if you were drinking wine over the phone would be the other question, because I would call you up because I know I can't cover 8 minutes of wine like you can.
Yes, if that ever happens, please do call me and then we'll make sure we chat. Actually, Angela and I have done it on the phone multiple times.
Oh, okay.
Even I've been traveling in wine regions and we've talked on the phone while I'm at a winery or something like that, which is kind of fun too.
Oh, okay.
But I'm here and I brought delicious wine for you.
Actually, now that because you were sitting there smelling it earlier, I'm like, and I just got a whiff. That's tasty for the nose buds. Then we get to that, and then all of a sudden it's, I brought the red wine glasses. And there's a difference between red wine glasses and white wine glasses.
Sure is.
What? Again, this is the education of Joe and wine. I didn't realize there's, like for beer, and maybe it's because I'm not that particular about my beers at all, but I know that if it's a glass, I'll put it in it, right? But there are different styles.
Yeah, absolutely. Big time. We have a Tempranillo today. We have what's called a Tinta de Toro, which means a red wine of Toro, which is a place. But the glasses we have, technically, these are Pinot Noir glasses.
Oh,
so these are made,
Justin,
I know, right?
Justin, our producer.
No, they will do just fine. These are amazing wine glasses to drink out of. They're Riedel Pinot Noir glasses, big bowls. It's got that tulip style or tulip kind of shape to it. It'll be perfect for this wine. But yeah, there's glassware for not only red, white, sparkling, but Merlot glass or a Riesling glass or a Chardonnay glass or like this, a Pinot Noir glass. So there's all kinds of different types if you want to get right into it. But
so is it just based on the openings and the way that you can smell and that
size of the bowl, the aromatics, how it can come out of the glass? Definitely important in terms of where it places it in your palate, on your mouth, and that shape of the glass in that sense. And then the size of the opening. So and that's all about the aromatics and letting oxygen into the glass to interact with the wine. So it's pretty cool. Maybe one day I'll bring in a couple of different glasses and we can try one wine and try it in the different glasses and see if it's hocus pocus or if it's real.
I totally believe that because, and again, this might be why beer doesn't have that, or maybe beer does.
Beer totally does, yeah.
Really?
Oh, big time.
Okay, so it's just that I don't drink any kind of beer other than your token stuff. That might be the difference.
I drive my wife nuts because there's a whole cabinet in our house and it's glassware and it's like all kinds of different beer glasses, wine glasses, port glasses, like you name it, all the different stuff. It drives her bonkers.
So how many glasses would you say that you have in your house?
Oh, like in that little area? Like, oh, geez. There's
going to be quite the garage sale at the Roberts residence when you decide to move out.
I easily have 10 different types of wine glasses, just wine glasses for sure, not including beer glasses. And then there's 2 to 4 glasses of each for sure.
Huh, interesting. Yeah. Okay, now that we've gotten the education part out of me, let's talk about this wine in particular, because you were really excited when you were going through the email about how aged it is and how it was aged and that kind of thing. So give us a lowdown on this one.
Yeah, this is Pintia. So that's the name of the winery. It's the Alvarez family. They're very famous for a wine called Vega Sicilia, which is Ribera del Duero in Spain. And, these guys make really high-end premium wines that garner lots of attention and lots of really high scores and all that. And Ribera del Duero is a place close by this area called Toro, which is where we're going to drink from today. And they make wines from Tempranillo only. That's it. So the red grape Tempranillo. And this is an 05. So at Co-op, we've got a secret warehouse where we store lots of products, but in the hidden corner in the back, we literally have a caged off area and we lay wine down for years. We cellar it so that we can release it once it's at least 10 years old. And so some of our flagship stores have this vintage section in the store where it's wines that are at least 10 years old. So I've grabbed one of these off the shelf at Shaughnessy today and brought it in for you to taste. So it's 05, so you're 13 years old now, and it's honestly just hitting its stride. And I love that you said you could smell it. Joe hasn't put the glass to his nose yet.
I'm a good 2 feet away from it still. So
and it's starting to just waft out of the glass. And that's just the evolution of age and cellaring. And I know we're on the radio, so it doesn't work as well, but the color of the wine is starting to evolve and change. The side of my glass, I can see the little wine diamonds, the little tartaric crystals and stuff, and a little bit of sediment. And yeah, it's exciting to me. It's
interesting in the scheme of when you're cellaring, for example. Is there a specific depth that you have to have it at, or does it, as long as it's in a dark place, it can be a cellar, or how does that work?
The most important thing with aging wine is consistency, consistent temperature for sure. You don't want fluctuations up and down. That's what really cuts into the wine's life and doesn't do well for it. Keeping it out of light is important in general. The UV light will destroy the wine, hence wine being in a green bottle or a dark bottle, right? It's to filter some of the light out, and vibrations aren't great. So if you've got like a subwoofer or whatever, that's not really going to be good. But I keep my wine in our laundry room. It's fine. The temperature is pretty consistent. It's close to the concrete floor. So that kind of thing. So there's not a set temperature you need to have it at. The cooler, the better, but it's really just about consistency. And tough for us in Calgary because humidity is really important to keep that cork moist. I opened this before I left the building today, and I had a real tough go on the cork on this one. It kind of crumbled, but I have what's called an asso, so it's kind of like tongs that you use instead of a corkscrew, so it doesn't kind of tear up the cork. So
interesting. This will be stuff that I'm sure you might be able to cover with a pretty cool event that you guys have coming up. It is Grape Escape. What's this one all about?
We've got Grape Escape is happening November 16th and 17th. That's our big consumer event downtown at the BMO Center. It's called Grapescape. We started doing Grapescape almost 15 years ago, I think, at the back of our Beddington location as a little bit of a wine festival and a wine tasting. It's grown now to the BMO Center. We'll have well over 5,000 people through the course of that weekend come and see us. And there's 110 booths, 120 booths, and it's everything. It's not just wine anymore. It's cocktails and ginger beer and spirits and whiskey and beer, and then of course all kinds of wine. So your ticket is $65, includes all your sampling. We'll have a new food concept this year, some different food stations and all kinds of fun stuff. Some seminars, yes, some seminars led by myself and the Somalia team. We're going to be featuring some really cool BC wines, and it's going to be lots of fun. So it's $65. Tickets are available on our website, and it includes everything that you need for that evening. So it's a great night out.
Perfect.
And I should tell people we're sometimes the feedback from Grapescape is a really long lineup for the coat check. So we're having multiple coat checks now and eliminating that whole process. So
that smells delicious.
It does. And it's one of those wines too, it's hard to say it smells like this. And I think that's just because there's so much layers and there's so much going on. So
that's dangerous. That's very good. Mike Roberts from Co-op Wine, Spirits, and Beer. It is Wine Wednesday, brought to you by Co-op Wine, Spirits, Beer. Come see them in store for more expert advice, and definitely ask for Mike. Mike, as always, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
Gateway at West District offers 36 customizable floor plans starting from the